I'm Jo with Pilates Thread, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. If this is the first time you're joining us, welcome. We are all about the fundamental connections and work involved within the Pilates method of exercises. The way that our core being connected really facilitates the strength and the connection and body awareness for the whole body. So this week, we're going to be looking at the side lying leg series, which is inner outer thigh work, right? Who doesn't want to do that? But really, more than just the exercises and the movement that's happening in the legs, we want to be focused on or think about what's happening within the rest of the body, or what we refer to as the unexpected connections. So what's happening with our shoulder blade to rib cage connection, what's happening with that belly button to spine, all of those fundamental connections that we've talked about in our fundamental series. How it is that we're staying controlled and all connected. So today we're going to look at that. You might want to use a prop. I'm not going to use any props today for the side laying leg series, but if you want to use your squashy ball that we've used in some of our other workouts, that can be really helpful for you to rest your head on. If you've got a yoga block or even just a pillow, that can also be really helpful when we're working on finding our alignment, how to stay connected and controlled within that movement. Those props really can facilitate the maintaining or the stability that we're looking for. So feel free to grab whatever you might like to use. So come on down and let's get going. Okay, so we're here on our side on our mat, and we're gonna get started by finding our position. So you want to line your body up with one edge of your mat, the back edge. You want that spine to be nice and long. Now, for some reason you don't have a mat, you can use sort of the edge of a carpet or the edge of a piece of furniture, or even just line yourself up against the wall or in front of a floor-length mirror. That could be really great if you've got floor-length mirror maybe in your bathroom or in your bedroom, lying down on the mat and having a full view of what's happening in your full person can be really helpful. So as I come down, I take my bottom leg to the front corner of the mat as my hip and my spine line up with the back edge. So this gives me like a crescent or a banana shape with my body so that I'm nice and in line. And when we first come down, we're nice and relaxed, really no big deal. Nothing's connected, nothing's working. So we're gonna come together from the top and reach out through our feet. So as I'm here on my arm, this is where you could use your squashy ball or whatever your chosen prop might be to let your head rest. It sort of eases the strain or the tension on the shoulder to not be pressing on that arm. So you want that arm to be working, but you don't want it to be uncomfortable. So I'm gonna just tuck my forearm here underneath, and I wanna connect and stack my shoulders. So see how much my body moved. When I just lay here and I'm relaxed, without connections, everything's collapsed. If I think about pulling the shoulder blades down into the rib cage and opening up that top shoulder, I want to stack the shoulders, one right on top of the other. And this is gonna help me reach my head. So the crown of my head needs to reach here towards the back of my sofa. And that brings my chin down. So as I'm in line here, that gets that rib cage or thoracic region of the body connected. So the ribs are closed together. Remember from our fundamental core connection video, we talk about closing the ribs. So I can take a breath in, and as I exhale, shoulder blades down, close the ribs. And that starts to engage through the whole of that waist. Now from here, if I skip down to my feet in my mind's eye for just a minute, I push that bottom leg into the mat. Foot is flexed, so my baby toe's on the floor and my heel is on the floor, and the bottom of my heel is reaching here towards that opposite wall. So that leg is really active, and what that does is it brings the rest of the body into this nice side alignment. Top leg is reaching long, so I don't want it to be here. I don't want to be collapsed in the top of my waist. I want to be long and connected. And from here, this gives me space between my waist and the mat. So we want space, or the sensation or idea of space between that waist and the mat. This position here is what we want to maintain as we go through our side kick series, or our leg movements as we're doing here. So we're gonna hover this top leg above the bottom leg, but notice I kept that waist long. We want the tummy to be tight. Pelvic floor drawn up and in, ribs down and together, belly button back to the spine, shoulders stacked, long neck, top leg is flexed. Now from here you have three options with your hands. Your top hand can be pushed into the mat, keeping it active. Fingertips resting, that sort of gives your nervous system a little fake out that it's not just all in your center that's working. It kind of gives you the idea that you've got that hand helping. Or up here on your waist. Now I like to hold this upper hip. It helps make sure that I keep my range of motion in control and that I'm not wobbling when I shouldn't be. So we're gonna start with kicks. So we're gonna have a flexed foot, take it forward with 2 breaths. Point the foot, take the leg back. Nothing wobbles, take it forward. Back. Let me 2 more. Last one. Hover that leg above the bottom leg. Take a second and check in. Did we lose the shoulders? Did you lose your waist? Are your hips collapsing? Is that bottom leg still active? Hold it all tight. Small, tiny circles from the hip out through that top heel. Ready? Hold. Point the foot, 8 circles back, nice and tiny. Breathe. Hold. Now with that foot flex, we're gonna come into a passe. So we're gonna externally rotate that top leg. Notice how much that moved, right? So my kneecap shines towards the sky. My foot is still pointed. I still have that space between my waist and the mat. Everything is stacked and strong. As we inhale, we drag that top leg along the bottom to the knee. Don't collapse in the waist. You gotta keep it long. Extend that leg to the sky. Flex the foot. Exhale down. Ready? In. Up, flex down. Tummy tight. Two more. Last one. Keeping that foot flexed, and with that thigh in external rotation, we're gonna hinge that leg forward, click your heel on the floor twice. Lift it, internally rotate, tap the toes on the floor behind you. Rotate forward, rotate back. Now we're trying to keep that whole body still, only the leg moves. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one more. Hover that leg. Let's reconnect. Shoulders, ooh, I lost my shoulders. Ribs are closed, tummy is tight, pelvic floor drawn in, active, stacked legs. You should be feeling the bottom leg starting to want to shake on you a little bit. You should feel those muscles kind of burning as it's working. We're gonna bicycle this top leg. So we're gonna start with pointing the ankle, bend the knee, flex the hip to bring it through, flex the foot and push. Point, bend the knee, flex the hip, push through the heel. Don't move through that waist. Ready? Two more. Last one. And hover that leg. Long through the waist, connected and stacked through the shoulders. Breathe. Now we're just gonna do a basic lift. Up, 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 up. Down, 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 down. Up, down. Maintain the waist. leg is up as if it's moving around the joint space of the hip. We want to be connected and strong, and we want to find the movement in those muscles. Let's do one more. And down. And we rest. Whew. All right, so you're going to flip to the other side. You're going to flip around on the mat there. We're going to start here. Get that hip and spine lined up. Take the bottom leg forward, and we come down onto the arm. Now, we're not the same from side to side. And so you may find you didn't need a prop for your head on the first side, but you do now, or vice versa. Push that bottom leg active into the mat. Rest that head. Stack those shoulders. Find where you want that top hand. Ribs are closed. Pelvic floor is in. Belly button cinched. Top leg hovering. Okay, let's go through that whole routine, starting with our kicks forward. Back. What's happening with that bottom leg? It needs to be working, pushing into the floor. One more. Hover that flexed foot above the bottom leg. Shoulders stacked, ribs closed, space between your waist and the mat. Tiny circles, 8 of them forward. Hold. Point the foot, take it back. Hold. Keep that ankle pointed. Externally rotate through this thigh bone. Reach long. Maintain that waist. Passe. Draw it in to the knee. Point to the sky. Flex down. Again. Two more. Don't lose that space between your waist and the mat. Hold. All right, so we're still externally rotated and the foot is flexed. So we're going to do those taps and beats. So we come forward, rotate through that leg, point it back. Do your best to get your toes to touch the floor. Rotate, come forward. Rotate, come back. You got 2 more. Last one. Hover that leg parallel, tummy tight, shoulders stacked, ribs closed, hips stacked, bottom leg active. Push and reach through that heel. Now, point the top foot, bend the top knee, flex that hip, flex the foot, and push through the heel. Don't lose that space between your waist and the mat. Two more. Last one. And hold. Reach, connect, lift and lower. Up and down. Notice here your range of motion will really potentially be different. Up and down. Up and down. 2 more. Last one. And rest. All right, guys, we're going to come on to our belly here. Legs long. Reach the crown of the head long to the opposite wall here. Feel the back nice and active. Push up and back into a child's pose to release both of those hips. So we're going to take those hands to one side of the mat and push the opposite hip back. And then we're going to take the hands to the other side and push the other hip back. And when we do that, you should really feel that stretch in those obliques as well as in the glutes and in those hips. So that is our sideline series. Give that a go and let us know what you think. We're going to be doing some more videos over the next few weeks of these series to feel the connections and think about and focus on all of those little pieces that should be occurring together. And then in a few weeks, we're going to do one long series where we put all of these detailed pieces together into one flow. So remember to give us a like, subscribe to the Pilates thread, and turn on the notification bell so that you know when we've got new videos uploaded, and we'll see you soon. Take care.